Gemini. Hello. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Christine, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to another Gemini tarot reading. Gemini love tarot reading. Gemini love reading, and as is very often the case here at the Tarot Closet, Gemini love messages reading. Channeled love messages from your person, messages from their higher self. Gemini, the Emperor, divine masculine energy, Aries and Mars energies here, as well as the Eight of Pentacles, the Sun in Virgo. Well, well, this Ankh here that our beloved Emperor is holding. Divine feminine, divine masculine energy. A little bit of an overabundance of divine masculine energy here today. Hiding their feelings. Somebody here is hiding their feelings. Working something out to come here, working on sharing their feelings. What's going on? We can see they're working on that Eighth Pentacle, and that is a number of action. There's a lot of Gaia energy around that, a lot of healing energy. That's also working out some karma. And of course, that's also an 8 on the side is infinity. That does bring in Libra energy. And that is about balancing out those divine feminine and divine masculine energies, as well as working out a cycle, working out karma, working something out for a renewal. I think this Emperor is trying to come here with some feelings that have been hidden, some suppressed feelings. It's bringing in King of Cups energy here for me today. What else are they hiding? What else are they bringing? Where are you at? Let's get into this reading. Okay. Wanting to show themselves quite early on. Gemini, I'm channeling for you in November 2023. And of course, you could be here in real time in November, but you could also be here. My gosh, look at that, working that out. You could also be here many months, even years later. This is a timeless reading. You're here when you're meant to be here. This is a fated connection between you and your reading. Means there's a message for you. Are they working on this Ten of Pentacles? This is a pretty long-term energy, Mercury and Virgo energy. It's a totally new cycle here. It's the renewal here. And you can see the Strength card coming with it, Leo energy, also the Source. Higher power, crown chakra, God, Goddess, the universe, working out this cycle. Look at this. They're paying some karmic debts. What's going on? For sure, also balancing their divine feminine and divine masculine energies, because I do feel a little bit of an overabundance, and we have them all within us. So this isn't specifically about a divine masculine, although that might resonate for you. There is really a balancing that's going on here for them to come. They might, well, I want to say overcoming some ego. Coming out of their ego, sharing their feelings. What else is going on here? There's a really strong chemistry between you. So much that sometimes you might overwhelm each other. There is a manifesting here of this. It's kind of like dream relationship energy, but really it's the long-term energy here, and it's a new cycle. So whether you were in the Ten of Pentacles, building a life, you had built a life, you were on the way there, or it was on the table, we're seeing it again. Okay. Cards are really kind of clunky today. That's really interesting. Gemini, all the decks that I'm bringing in are below in the description. You'll also find all the playlists. All zodiac, yeah, they're in a little bit of denial here. Judgment energy, Pluto energy. A little bit afraid here of owning up to something. This is Archangel Gabriel, you know, the angel for messages, the herald of vision, saying, wake up. What do you want? Make a decision. So it's coming in reverse, and yeah, it's your first card coming in. There's a little bit of denial going on. Let's see. So there's the Strength card again, and here is also the World card. This is an energy of completion. Your person coming in here with some life-changing decisions, getting closer to you. Soulmate energy here. Now, I gotta tell you, this is Saturn energy connected. Yeah, it's the planet of restrictions, structure, rules, tradition, but also some karma and also some strength to get through that, perseverance, life lessons. This is the future. This is coming in, not only completing the cycle that we have seen several times that they are working out, but coming in here. It can't even be that there's physical travel going on. Planes, trains, automobiles in the deck, horses, chariots, you know what I mean. But it's also just the journey of moving forward. It's the completion energy for the cycle, for the renewal, and that's here in the future. Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius energy here. Fixed signs don't exactly love change. And that's what's really interesting about this, because what are they afraid of? They made some bad decisions here in the Judgment in reverse. So there's a little bit of fear here. What is that around? It's back. Divine timing, communication, growth. Gemini, all the playlists are down below. All zodiac signs, all signs love tarot readings. Those are love readings for the collective. And I'm calling that love tarot readings, messages from your person, that playlist. If you're on a twin flame journey, which by the way, that energy is here if you are. It's not for everybody. These are not twin flame specific readings, the zodiacs and the all signs. I do have quite a few twin flame readings in the playlist below. So if you are interested in those, but you're also here for a reason. So there might be something resonating for you, and that energy is here. I'll always bring it through when it's coming in. The Two of Swords and the Three of Wands, Sun and Aries energy, Two of Swords, Moon and Libra energy. Make a decision, compromise here. Clarity, transactional energy, information. Somebody could just put those swords down, take that blindfold off, and get a move on. Who is that somebody here? I think we know. Three of Wands, Sun and Aries energy. It's an energy of, I want to say teamwork, collaboration, but also expansion and moving forward. And again, it can also be travel. You can see that they're holding on to this energy of love with you on their mind. There are two wands behind them, and there's three in total. So I'm wondering, are there third parties here? Of course, there always can be. And I want to tell you, third parties, well, they can be ourselves, as in your person, you kind of maybe here as we see somebody in their head, a little bit indecisive, a little bit of fear here. So your person is kind of falling into that category today. But what else? Are there other things in their life that are actually in their life that they can't change, that they want to change, that could be interfering? Could just be some obstacles, location, cultural, religious differences, jobs, that sort of thing. And you're going to know. And if you're not, hopefully we get a reveal here today. Looking here out at the water, at the divine, the emotional energy as well. There are three boats here. Again, divine timing, communication, growth, which direction? It's coming together as well. So you are in this energy. Remember, this is a general tarot reading, so take what resonates and let the rest go. Whoa. 3 is the most I take. So we're already seeing the Hierophant here in the partnership placement, the Sun, and the Empress in reverse. This is where your person's energy is the strongest. So definitely that Emperor energy that came in. Long-term energy, whether you've known each other for years or you just feel like you have, there is that connection between you. It's also the soul connection between you. And of course, this is at the bottom, your 3 of Wands. There's also that emotional unavailability and the hiding of the feelings here. And I got to tell you, there's some untruths about their feelings. So it's hiding of the feelings. Perhaps there could have been some actual lying as well. But it's really clear in this energy. And it's, of course, connecting with the Emperor, who was quite prominent, wanting to come into your reading. And here in your partnership placement is the Hierophant, divine masculine energy, Taurus energy. This is an energy of commitment, contracts, can be marriage, long-term energy, sometimes needing a little bit of help, So this is in your partnership placement, so it's both around your connection and I want to say about your connection, but there's also another energy around it. And that can be a lot of what we were feeling in that Saturn energy, the possible third party energy, not just your person. Somebody, it's can be around expectations and conformity and needing to do things a certain way. So whether it's somebody in their life, kind of maybe in their head, or it's around some really big differences, cultural, religious differences, distance is really quite strong here today. It's not going to be for everyone because physical distance is strong. However, there is also an emotional distance, of course, and this is a no contact, no communication and or in separation reading. So that's not surprising. A little bit of fear here connecting with judgment too. So a couple of things. Are they afraid of that long-term energy? Because they have that attachment here, and I feel like it's not so much that they don't want it, but there's a fear around it. And then there's also this fear around change with judgment, that perhaps they made a wrong decision around some other connections, relationships, commitments. And again, it can be romantic, but it can be really a lot of things because they're afraid of change. Interesting. And then, of course, here's the Sun card. This is a new cycle. This is the completion, which we also saw in the World card. So the completion of whatever it is they're trying to work out, and also getting closer to what's the goal that they're heading for, because we saw that also in the World card. So this is the renewal. The Sun is the conscious. That's the knowing energy, and it's coming up every day. It's life force. It's source. And working things out. And yeah, for a happy, joyous, successful outcome, I want to say. Okay, I want to move the energy a little. Maybe the Three of Wands wants to come back, maybe not. Sometimes I'm shown the energies so they can bring forward their message and they never come in. And sometimes I'm feeling the energies and they come, and sometimes they don't. The Moon in reverse, Pisces energy. Gemini, you're also here, as well as Cancer. So here's the thing, the Moon, the Sun, it's a lot of emotional energy. And one of the things that we know that's come in quite strong is the Emperor holding back some feelings, denying their feelings. Actually, it's really clear in the Empress as well, lying about them to themselves, to you. Could it be other people involved again? Maybe. We see that also here in the Empress. Could there simply be, and I don't think that it's simple, some timing issues, of course. But this is the subconscious and everything that's hidden and all the feelings. And this is the conscious here, lighting up the moon. That's what the Sun does. And it highlights everything. It's in reverse here. So it's connecting with that Emperor energy and the Empress energy of the feelings that they've been hiding. I don't know, not being emotionally available, lack of communication. Has that always been the case, or is it just now? Because this is the clarity in how they feel, and this is the truth in how they feel coming. Yeah, we saw it. It came. It went. It gave us the message we needed to see. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the cards. Aho. The Emperor is back. It's goosebumpy. It's in reverse too. So yeah, there's some ego here. Look at this, connecting right with judgment, connecting right with the Hierophant energy. A little bit of immature energy as well. And here's the other thing. Of course, Aries and Mars energy here. Having maybe some issues around this Hierophant energy. So if this is around the commitment with you, what they've been holding back here, a real overabundance of divine masculine energy here, really not quite balanced yet, but we see that is coming here. We also see in the Four of Cups, Moon and Cancer energy. The Moon energy, of course, is around that Moon energy we saw. And that is connecting, of course, to, Cancer, Moon and Cancer energy. It's the communication. Look, coming here out of nowhere, holding that cup. What is in that cup? How they feel? Is there an apology in there? Is there an offer in there? We need a whole lot more, because you're not really looking at it. I don't even know if you're looking at these 3 cups here, but that's bringing in the 3 of Cups, the Mercury and Cancer energy, the lack thereof, the waiting for communication, the waiting to hear what they have to say, the waiting for the filling of the cups. You know, it's a little bit cloudy, this cloud. It's not super clear, you know. So it's sort of like, and it's catty corner here with Judgment. So there's even still a little bit of fear, and maybe that's the not believing it. A little bit of lack of trust here. The Ten of Wands wants to reveal themselves, reveal itself in the bottom of the deck. It's Jupiter and Sagittarius energy. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, prosperity, wisdom, and growth. So this has been here. There's been a lot of stress. It's also exhausting, I feel, not having answers, not communicating, the hiding of their feelings, both exhausting for your person and exhausting for you. So this is more energy of, well, of the new cycle. It's things lightening up here. I'm not feeling bottom of the deck right now. Maybe that happens. I really just never know, and I'm just not feeling it. So we saw it, it came, it went. Goodbye. Maybe you come back, maybe you don't. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Please show us the cards for Tahoe. Five of Wands in reverse. Interesting. And the Ten of Swords connected here with the Empress. That is actually really not surprising, because this reversal energy is you know, the limited resources, like not accessing everything that the Empress has here. Problems with starting things, you know. And the reason for that is I feel like it's a lot of internal struggle. So whether that's just around commitment issues or there's something else, the Five of Wands is showing us that. Obstacles, challenges, perhaps around that Saturn energy that came through, which we saw being overcome in the World card, which we see possibly some third-party interference or obstacles within the Hierophant card, definitely within themselves, and Judgment in reverse and the Emperor in reverse. But this is coming in reverse. So this is working things out. This is solving these problems, restoring harmony and successfully. So it's totally a new cycle here. You know what happened? This Ten of Swords is still here in the upright. The Sun in Gemini energy. The Sun in Gemini energy. There's the Sun. It's up here. Look. So that's the thing. It's not quite up here yet. You know, it's the Sun in Gemini, but you can see that it hasn't, all the dark clouds haven't quite lifted yet, but it's about to. And that's the new cycle. That's the renewal here coming. You know, I feel with these swords, all 10 of them in there, lack of clarity, lack of movement with truth, information. It's transactional energy here. So the Sun is coming up. We see that already, which the Empress, we also really need that for the Empress, you know. But this is overcoming some internal stuff, and what else could be around those Five of Wands, you know. Again, it's catty corner here with the Hierophant. So some external influences, you know, at some kind of a crossroad, whatever that is, that they're working it out here. The Wheel of Fortune, the Fool card, the Queen of Swords. There is that truth that we've been waiting for. The Ten of Wands is back in reverse. The Six of Cups. Sun and Scorpio energy. It's a pretty deep soulmate connection going on here. The Wheel of Fortune. You saw the World card. The Six of Cups. The Emperor and the Empress. The Emperor came back. You're both in reverse, and that's the other thing. You know, and it could be, of course, that there's a situation of divine masculine, divine feminine for you. But remember, we all have those energies within us. With that said, you're both here. And they're both in reverse. So that's obviously this long-term energy that either didn't get realized, was interrupted. It's not moving. This is a really nostalgic energy. There's a lot of, well, yeah, a lot of thinking about you. There's reunion energy here. It's the Six of Cups. Soulmate energy. For some of you, this might be your twin flame. I know that's not for everybody, but when it comes through, I bring it through. Sometimes this can be a dreamy energy for me of thinking about reunions. This feels pretty much like this is what's going on. We saw that from the get-go. The Wheel of Fortune as well. A message. Could also be a phone call or even hearing something from somebody. The Wheel of Fortune is a turning point in this connection. Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius energy, it's a totally new beginning. And with that Jupiter energy that's coming through so strongly in your energy today, in particular the Ten of Wands coming back, of just holding back from things moving, There's growth around Jupiter and optimism and luck, expansion. And that's been getting held back, and this came back, a validation in reverse. Minor Arcana, but it's right here in between the Hierophant. So some of the internal and the external, let's say, struggles or challenges, obstacles, including your person with the Emperor in reverse. And that's quite literally a turning point in the Minor Arcana energy, and it's validated in a really big way here with the Wheel of Fortune. A fated connection, destined connection, your destinies are intertwined here. Very deep soulmate energy. And here's the thing, it can feel like you've known your person forever. Some of you may have, this can connect way back to the innocence of childhood, I want to say. But it can also just feel that way, and that's the soul connection. Coming into your destiny together, what does that mean? It's a new start. It's a turning point, and it's kind of like luck is on your side. So I'm wondering for some of you if it is something with timing, because the Emperor is here, and it's also where your person's energy is the strongest. So I'm wondering if it's a timing issue with them and what they're trying to work out. Could also be you or even in alignment, but there's very clearly a deep connection between you, and they're really thinking about you here. And look what they're bringing. So the Fool card, Aquarius and Uranus energy, this is clean slate energy, taking a chance. The Fool's journey, beginning. It's the beginning here. What's coming after the Fool? The Magician, manifesting energy and turning visions into reality, taking inspired action. We see that they're overcoming obstacles here. And in the upright right next to the Empress, of course, that energy of things not moving, not being honest with how they feel. They're coming in with how they feel. Look at this. That is what is coming in here in this cup. It's honesty, and it's around the emotions that this Emperor has been holding back. Why? What has been keeping? Because there's such a strong connection. We saw the Strength card coming down several times. And, well, yeah, that's a lot of things, isn't it? The courage to do what's best for you, of course, self-love. The courage to do what's for the highest good of everybody, working out a cycle for renewal. And there's a really strong energy of connection in there between you. So we saw that, and coming in here also with the truth of how they feel, because it's really clear how they feel here. There is some fear around that, and what exactly happened? Did they make a decision that really affected this, or it still is? Because that's what's in this cup. There's definitely truth in this cup, and there's clean slate energy. There is a new beginning here. What that means for you is up to you. You have free will. Your person has free will. The trajectory of where things are going, but they're popping in here out of nowhere. So it could be you're getting a message or some type of communication. Really, at any time, you could have even already received it. But the Queen of Swords is coming in with the truth. Libra ruled by Venus. And the Queen of Swords, for me, is sort of like the protege to Justice, Will Justice come here today? Maybe. In any case, she is here, and that's the transactional energy. That's the clarity. That's the information. That's the truth. It's both needing the truth. You can see that you need the truth, and it's bringing the truth. Here, and these Three of Cups within the Four of Cups, the Mercury and Cancer energy, often connected to, well, it's the planet of communication in the mind, the thinking about it, obviously, on everybody's part here. waiting for this truth, maybe not even looking and seeing. And also, where is the Queen of Swords? She's kind of going this way. I think she might be communicating with the Fool here, because the Fool is coming in here looking for that clean slate energy, you know, taking a chance, hoping maybe that they're not too late, but both demanding that truth and bringing that truth. Libra ruled by Venus, of course, the planet of love, Libra. And being able to balance out the divine feminine, divine masculine energies to come from a place of truth and clarity and work out whatever needs to be worked out within their head and in their lives. Some fear, we see that as a just commitment stuff. Are there other people, other things involved, you know? I want to bring in some more, and then I want to bring in some Oracle Gemini. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Please show us the cards. Aho. Interesting. So it's the Hermit in reverse. And I kind of saw it as I was getting ready to shuffle, but it had already moved. So I just had to keep going. Look what's at the bottom of the deck. It's the Nine of Swords, Gemini and Mars energy. Gemini. So up in their head, they're really up in their head. They're not sleeping very well here. You can see that they're coming here with the truth of their feelings. Clean slate energy here. Where are you going with that? So that cup, what is in that cup? The truth. And a new start here. Whatever that's going to mean for you. It's a renewal. The Hermit energy, Virgo and Mercury energy. You need to go here for clarity, for truth, spiritual illumination. And we see with Judgment, Archangel Gabriel is just screaming out, you know, make a decision here. Wake up. What do you want? Get some clarity. Get some clarity. Communicate with yourself. Communicate with me. Communicate with Gemini. And the reversal energy is just a little bit stuck. And there's two things going on here. There's an alignment of energies, both of you, because you're both here. There's a fear of being hurt. And you're here as well in this Five of Cups in reverse. So this is the hope of things coming back together. This is also them coming in asking for forgiveness, but they're a little stuck coming out of that. There's some fear around it. So is it just around a bad decision, or is there something else that they're still trying to work out in order to physically come or even send the message that we see here that's coming fairly, really strongly with the truth? The Three of Cups are also here in this Five of Cups, but they're in reverse. Mercury and Cancer energy. So it can be, and so are the Two of Cups here. And while they're in reverse, that's Venus and Cancer energy. So that's around what happened. It's like around the breakup energy, you know, the separation here. Because that's also in here. It's quite lonely, and this is the separation as well. It's the isolation. It's just kind of staying in here too long out of fear for your person. Maybe they're just afraid that they're going to mess it up again, because there's a feeling here, I really messed up and I don't want to mess it up again, and you don't want them to, and you're also afraid to be hurt. And for some of you, there was some arguing that went around this breakup energy here. It's just really clear, the separation with the Three of Cups in reverse, and it can have been around even family or friends at an actual event. But it could also be that, you know, it was in a message, and it's also the lack of communication. But look at the emotional energy that's still here. Sorry about that. Here it is. So whether that's recent or it's just that it's still there, because look at the emotions are just still raging, you know, and I don't feel like that's raging as in there's a big fight or anything coming. I don't feel that at all, actually, but there might have been one here. It's the emotions still moving here. You're still on each other's energy, you know. There's just a little bit of stuck energy, but they're coming in here trying to crawl out of the Hermit card. It's funny because it does make me think of the hermit crab, you know. I'm crawling out and asking for forgiveness, hoping that you can move past it, bringing in an energy of healing. And that's connecting very strongly with the Fool card. There's so much in their head. That stuck energy too, by the way, connecting to the Hierophant here. So, you know, it can also be that, again, we know that it's connected around some fear around your person, whatever that is. but it can be connected to some external stuff as well. External forces, external, like money, location, cultural, religious differences, but also people. Gemini, I want to bring in some oracle. I'm shuffled and ready to go, and I want to see what's going on at the bottom of the deck. So I shuffled it. I have not looked today, so I want to see myself. The Wind Fairy. Thoughts, words, intellectual analysis. Well, this sure is clearer. It's an 11. That's a master number. It's new beginnings. That 11, of course, forms a union and becomes a 2. That's the two of you. That's the balance. That's the renewal. And this is communicating thoughts, words, intellectual analysis. So this is a lot of just thinking about. It's very goosebumpy. It's thinking about everything that happened. It's thinking about, because they're here coming with the truth, asking for forgiveness. New start energy, very new start energy, total a renewal here. Where you're going from that, you know, that's not up to me. You have free will, your person has free will, but it's clear they're coming in here. This reunion energy is not just a dreamy energy. There just is some stuck energy. Exactly why? We know eventually it will be moving. This is a turning point. And again, that timing issue comes in for me. You know, with the Jupiter energy, the Ten of Wands in reverse, and just the Jupiter energy in general here, the Empress in reverse, the World card, which we also saw, divine timing, communication. Travel can be physical travel for some of you, but that's also just traveling to complete both the cycle that your person is in, perhaps that you're in as well, the cycle that you're in together, and the renewal. And the completion energy of, well, yeah, getting to where you wanted to go, getting back to where you were, whatever that is, having overcome some obstacles. But this is very much the air energy, Gemini. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy for me. Very much. Mercury energy, thoughts, words, intellectual analysis. So figuring out, I want to move the energy now where things are going. That was very much meant to be yours. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the cards for Gemini. Aho. Birth and rebirth. Connects somewhat with the death card, doesn't it? Scorpio energy, but that's just changes. That's moving on from, that's clean slate energy. It's like working out the past energy. It's also the death here. Very goosebumpy. The ego, coming out of the ego. Second chance energy. Change. Coming back in a really different vibe, Gemini. The transformational energy here. And in this particular card, there's the 5. So that's the change here. You can see it's a lot of earth energy. It's long-term energy here. We saw that in the Ten of Pentacles. We know that very much with the Emperor and the Empress. It's just really clear. And, you know, these are also leaves. They are about change. They're maple leaves, which are about love. And also, hello, if you're in Canada. Could relate to a particular season for some of you, but it's also that earth energy. Okay. Trust. Rebuilding trust. Do you trust me? There are some trust issues for sure. I mean, that's been coming through really strong. They know that, and you know that. So that's something, obviously, that will need to be worked out. But I'm hearing trust in me. What is that song? When I'm hearing that song? Is it Etta James, Trust in Me, or is that Billie Holiday? I think that's Etta James. I think I need to do song messages today. And this is hardly surprising. So I'm not reading Oracle in reverse, by the way. So there's the Fear. That's the Judgment in reverse. That's also the Hermit in reverse. Look at that. Risk, the Deer, gentleness, diplomacy. So there's a total alignment here, but for different reasons. Your person has some fear in this reversal energy of the Hermit and the Judgment around some bad decisions. Also just asking for forgiveness for them. And possibly still there's some commitment stuff going on, whether it's just in them or maybe around this Hierophant energy. But there's also, look, the fear of taking this risk for you, of being afraid to be hurt again. There's obviously a connection here, and this might also be you in this Nine of Swords. It won't be for everybody, but it is sadness and kind of in the head and anxiety. We're seeing the 9 and the 10 of Swords here, and it's right here with the Empress energy in reverse, so not accessing any of the Empress's beautiful energy of creation and abundance and new beginnings and emotional availability and truth. So that's all a lot of hurt energy that I think still might be here. So there is a fear of taking this risk. You know, this is a manifesting energy. So it's an energy of I want it, but it's scary. And I want to come to Gemini, but I'm scared. And that 4 is the 4 areas of support and stability, mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. And where do they go? They go on top of the foundation, you know, so that it's there. Everybody's showing up and building it. You're building it together. Mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Everybody wanting the same things, being available. Maybe for some of you, it's not a physical, you're not able to be in the same place, I want to say. But building those up so there is a safe place for you both. Because without the foundations, without the support, it's just a foundation, you know, and it's open to the elements, to interference, to just kind of being taken by the elements and left behind. So it's a risk, look, like going down this new path. There's a fear around it for sure. This is a 12, it's coming to a 3. The timing, divine timing, communication, and moving forward, growth. There is a fear around that. And also the emotional energy you can see in the stream around these rocks, which we know came through really early with your person as well. It's still here too in this energy, but so where do I want to put this? I guess I'm going to put this here. The fear and the risk around this look, this new start. Also the fear and the risk that you're not going to be open to it. Gentleness and diplomacy. I really like this last energy coming in the deer. Deer are so spiritual, and they come around in particular when you are, well, when your heart chakra is needing some mending, especially the young deer. It's a 22, and it's connecting with the birth and rebirth, the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool card, the World card, which we saw, of course. That's a master number, and it's transitions, and it's second chances. It's right path energy. It's second chances to reach your goals. This is, Gemini, this is really clear. What a beautiful reading. And this card just has such a beautiful energy with the deer. Gentleness and diplomacy. So that's the other thing. Like I said, there is some fear here, but I don't feel, I'm bringing in some channeled song messages today. I'm not feeling fighting at all. So channeled song messages, it can be that there are songs coming in that are your song, you and your person's song. Can also be that they're not. And the very fact that I'm bringing them in, and it's been coming up a lot for me today, Gemini, as I've been channeling you really all day, is a musical connection between you. So you might be hearing your music more often, or you're just hearing it right now. Listening to it, I feel that your person is. You could be resonating with songs, messages. It could even be there's songs you don't like or you don't know. That's okay. Just keep an open mind, because there can still be a message there. There's always a sentiment behind a song. And there are things in a song very much like the reading, you know, something that I might not know. Maybe somebody has a tattoo, you know, here of a sphinx or a dragon, you know, a deer. But things that will come up that I'm not even going to know. And if you feel you're sending the song, you're sending the song. What do you want to say to your Gemini through song, channeled song? Channeled song messages from your person, Gemini. When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. You'll never walk alone. Nina Simone, written by Richard Rogers. Love of my life, love of my life, love of my life, Queen, Freddie Mercury. Putting here with the Queen of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. The wild and windy night, the rain washed away. has left a pool of tears. That's over here. Crying for the day. Why leave me standing here? Let me know the way. The Beatles. The Long and Winding Road, written by Paul McCartney and John Lennon. That's here for sure. That's too many. These are yours. Those might be yours too, but you have a lot coming in. I keep crying. I keep trying for you. There's nothing like you and I, baby. Sade, ordinary love. Well, I've been haunted in my sleep. You've been starring in my dreams. Lord, I miss you. Miss you, the Rolling Stones. That's also the moon in reverse. Woo, that just gave me chills. Those are connections to your dreams that you might be having. So if you're keeping a dream journal, if you're not, you can even just keep a little piece of paper by your bed. But this is also coming through for your person. Because that moon in reverse energy, the truth of how they feel, the clarity and the truth coming to them, but also the truth coming to you. And we know that energy of being in their head, not sleeping very well. So definitely dreaming of you and music connections here, but also for you. But now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I would have done, but clouds got in the way. Both sides now, Joni Mitchell. So this is the regret. This is seeing things from both sides. It's coming out of ego and shadow, which has been really clear here. Well, here we are again. I guess it must be fate. We've tried it on our own, but deep inside we've known we'd be back to set things straight. Cher and Peter Cetera, written by Tom Shaw and Dean Pitchford. After all, it's the Wheel of Fortune. Fly, 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 high against the sky. So high I almost touched the sky. Thank you, thank you, thank God for you, the wind beneath my wings. Bette Midler. Written by Jeff Silber and Larry Henley. Look, the wind fairy. Thoughts, words, intellectual analysis. I'm putting this with the wind fairy. So it's the laughter we will remember whenever we remember the way we were. The way we were, the way we were, Barbra Streisand. It's the Six of Cups energy. They're in a lot of nostalgic energy. When there's no getting over that rainbow. When my smallest of dreams won't come true, I can take all the madness the world has to give, but I won't last a day without you. I won't last a day without you. The Carpenters, written by Paul Williams. The bottom of the deck. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. Your song, Elton John. I want to bring in some channeled love messages, Gemini, and then we're going to close your reading. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to close my eyes. Whatever's coming out, it might fall out. I might take it out. It's yours. I feel like I was kind of hanging on to something. That one of these that was hard time coming out. Everything reminds me of you. That's definitely the Six of Cups energy. I was stupid. I mean, Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords, Empress in reverse, Emperor in reverse, some immature, some ego, hiding of feelings. Overcoming these obstacles, though, in that Five of Wands in reverse. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you. It's going here with the trust. I love you. Six of Cups. I'm trying to send you a message. Wheel of Fortune. Big time. Really the reading. And just the feeling that's here. You know, if you don't get this 3D message, this phone call, this is here too. These are messages from their higher self, the reading, what they have to say, how they feel. You are my other half. That's more Six of Cups energy. For some of you, this is around your twin flame. I know that's not for everyone, but it is here. And there's a lot of soulmate energy here. And of course, we have more than one soulmate. Romantic and otherwise, this is very clearly romantic. I miss you too. Miss you. Lord, I miss you. The Rolling Stones, I miss you too. Okay, so there's some telepathy going on here, some communication. The last two, Gemini, there's so much left unsaid. This is really strong Knight of Swords energy, King of Swords energy. And that's coming in here with the Queen of Swords, the Truth, and the Wind Fairy. Bringing in that transactional energy, connecting right here with the Queen of Swords, with the Truth. Information coming. Honesty, communication. Your last channeled love message. As I'm saying that, I want to be honest. That's what this is. It's the Queen. That's just what we were talking about. Gemini, that is your reading today. Thank you so very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed your reading. Sometimes I feel like I could just keep going, but I'm going to close. It's time to close. I hope you enjoyed your reading too. And if you did, I would really appreciate it if you took the time to like today's video and subscribe to the Tarot Closet so you know when your readings are coming or any readings that might interest you. Thank you for your support and being here. I'm sending you so much love and light, hoping for the best outcome for you. And I look forward to seeing you at another love reading. Bye, Gemini.